At 11 p.m. on a winter night in 2024, deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, a colossal steel mass stealthily drifted. It was the nuclear submarine Snowblack, not parting the waves but gently gliding through the dense water. Within its hull were 8 nuclear missiles and countless anti-ship torpedoes, a weapons cache with terrifying destructive power. The submarine was heading towards the Japanese coast, now just over 1,000 nautical miles away. The world had not yet fully grasped the unusual presence of the Snowblack when even more chilling news spread. This submarine had been stolen by the terrorist organization Hell under the command of the enigmatic terrorist leader codenamed White Death. This was an unprecedented threat capable of leading to a global catastrophe. Japan on red alert. The hunt begins. This shocking information immediately sent tremors through Tokyo. The Japan Self-Defense Forces, JSDF, were officially placed on red alert, the highest level of warning. Military bases across Japan were activated, and defense systems were maximally reinforced. Emergency meetings were held non-stop at the Ministry of Defense. Simultaneously, an urgent order was issued. The military was dispatched to evacuate residents within a 10-kilometer radius of Mount Fuji, preparing for the worst-case scenario from the enemy. Colonel Masurako, one of the most seasoned and experienced naval officers, was urgently dispatched to his cruiser. His mission and that of his crew were clear: to track down the Snowblack submarine. In his immaculate uniform and with a determined gaze, Colonel Masurako ordered the anchors to be weighed. The signal horn blared, the anchor lines were released, and the powerful cruiser slowly left the dock, cutting through the waves towards the vast Pacific Ocean, plunging into the deep winter night. After 14 strenuous hours of tracking across the vast ocean, Colonel Masurako's persistence and experience finally paid off. His eyes were glued to the radar screen on the cruiser's bridge, where a small light had just appeared, then gradually stabilized, confirming the radar signal of the Snowblack submarine. Colonel Masurako didn't hesitate. "Lock target, prepare to fire torpedoes!" His voice was decisive. With a loud whoosh, 2 powerful torpedoes launched from their tubes, tearing through the water and speeding away at terrifying velocity. The entire bridge held its breath. But then something horrifying happened. The 2 lights on the screen disappeared, completely without a trace. Despite his confusion, Colonel Masurako resolutely ordered 2 more torpedoes to be fired, but the result was exactly the same. They, too, vanished mysteriously. Just then a strange beep-beep sounded on the ship's communication system. A distorted, cold digital voice suddenly came from the speaker. "Greetings, Colonel Masurako," the voice began, full of self-satisfaction and challenge. "You are wasting your time and weapons. Those toys cannot touch my Snowblack." It was the voice of White Death. Masurako suddenly realized the true danger, not just the Snowblack submarine, but the mysterious superior technology that White Death possessed, making the Snowblack untouchable. This was not a typical terrorist incident, but a war against an enemy whose capabilities far exceeded all imagination. The prophecy of the price of failure haunted him. Ineffective attacks would come at a cost. Unexpected counterattack, the price to pay, and that price came. Immediately after White Death's challenge, a new signal suddenly appeared on the radar screen. A strange object was hurtling towards their cruiser at a terrifying speed of 200 nautical miles per hour. A deadly silence enveloped the bridge. Colonel Masurako ordered, "Helm to port!" As the signal drew closer, the only sound in the silent space was the roar of the engine. And then, boom! A deafening explosion suddenly erupted from the stern of the ship. The cruiser lurched violently, lights flickering and then going out in some areas. Amidst the smoke and chaos, a report came. Fortunately, the ship only sustained damage to the rudder. However, the weapons compartment has been completely neutralized. Although they escaped, they had lost their ability to counterattack. Just then, the intercom crackled again, cold and mocking. "Greetings, Colonel. That was my introductory gift." "What do you want?" Colonel Masurako growled. "You will soon find out, Colonel. The game has just begun." After that, an unexpected signal appeared on the main screen, a blinking geographical coordinate. Along with it was the final message from White Death. "You can go back and prepare. We will meet there." Surprisingly, that coordinate was the location of Mount Fuji. The sacred mountain had now become the stage for a brutal confrontation, a direct declaration of war on the nation's pride.